We searched through fields of tulips, chasing colors, clues, and wooden shoes. Each one helped us spell a secret message. Come along to help us crack the code. Look at this massive garden! Can you even believe how amazingly beautiful this is? We're gonna explore all of the amazing flowers and tulips at the Thanksgiving Point Tulip Festival. And we're gonna be doing a scavenger hunt. The kiddos right here, they have this sheet right here where we have all these numbers 1 through 15, and we're gonna be looking for wooden shoes just like this. These are from the Netherlands or Holland. They're scattered throughout the entire gardens. And you know what? Wait a second.
Find one.
I didn't even give Ari a hint. You even found one already?
Yeah.
What do you see, honey?
Look.
So check it out. So with every wooden shoe we're gonna find right there, it's gonna have a letter on top of the numbers. So I see, what letter do you see, Ari?
15.
That's right. So it's the number 15. And do you know what letter is on top of that number? Can you tell from that far? You're right. It is the letter S. So Ari is going to write the letter S on top of the number 15 right here. Let me see. Maybe it's going to spell something. Do you think it will?
I think so.
All right. So let's go find out. We're going to keep walking. Let's go. We're at the Discovery Garden right here. You'll see a bunch of fruits and vegetables. They actually use these in the restaurants at Thanksgiving Point. Isn't that amazing? They'll also have a bunch of school groups that will come in and have them learn to plant. You can see these tubes. What do you think those are, honey?
To give them water?
That's exactly right. They're sprinklers to give the fruits and vegetables and the flowers water. You can see over there a bunch of tulips and a bunch of flowers that have actually died. And those, it previously was called a cutting garden, where they allow people to come in and actually cut and make a bouquet of flowers. Isn't that amazing? Look at this right here. Ari, check this out. Hey, Zane, buddy, come here. Come run over here. Zane's actually holding a bag of grapes right now. He looks like he has like 2 left. Zane just finished an entire bag of grapes. No, don't eat it, buddy. Can you show the kids at home? Right here. What you got there, bud? He wants to eat it. You can go ahead and have it. Zane's been having a bunch of grapes, and ironically, we're actually right in front of an amazing grapevine. Do you guys see this? You can see all of these tiny little grapes. Look at them. In relation to my finger and my hand, look how tiny they are. Those are gonna be bushels or bundles of grapes. They almost look like they're gonna be flowers, but they're not. Something that's really interesting is that at the end of a growing season, you'll actually cut down all of the vines that are gonna be growing up on all of these wires right here. And you're just left with just this branch. You can see how this one kind of looks almost dead, but it's not, because in the springtime, those plants will actually come back to life and make new grapes. We're gonna go into the garden center and actually buy some fish food, because a little bit later, if you stay tuned, you're gonna see some really cool fish that we'll get to feed. This is Teresa. Can you guys say thank you, Teresa?
Thank you, Teresa.
You're welcome. Are you guys so excited?
Yeah.
We got our fish food. Now let's go see if we can find some really pretty flowers and a bunch of fish. By the way, before we start heading out, we're in what's called a greenhouse. It's really nice because it actually shelters all of these beautiful plants that sometimes are just starting to grow from the weather. And it also makes it more humid in here. It makes it nice and warm compared to being outside. And it also allows for a lot of natural sunlight. You'll see that it's allowing all the sun to come in and make all the plants grow. We're going under a tulip arch right now. Check that out. It's kind of cute. They look like tulips, but it looks like it's a different type of flower up at the top. There are over 900,000 tulips in this garden. Can you even fathom that number? It's absolutely insane. You can see all the beautiful trees. Ari, what's your favorite part so far?
Finding all the shit.
Yeah, she likes to find the shoes. We're keeping our eye out. Oh, Zane's looking. We found a little bird house. You see that cute little bird on there? Zane, do you see what color that bird is?
That is good.
You're exactly right, buddy. It's a bluebird on that birdhouse, huh? Zane actually found another birdhouse. Do you see that, bud? That's awesome. He's like, check it out. Zane's on a birdhouse scavenger hunt, huh? We're also trying to find some shoes. So let's see if we can find some of those while we find some really cool flowers. I see a sign behind us right here. Check it out. It says Creek Garden. You go to the right, Rose Garden to the right, or the waterfall to the left. We're probably gonna end with the waterfall. So not only are we gonna see the fish getting fed, but also we're gonna see a really cool waterfall. It's really important to pay attention to signs when you're out on a walk, especially when there's a bunch of different ways you could go. Look, it looks like you could go all the way down there. There's paths that go all the way around, so it's important to pay attention to the signs to know where you're supposed to go. Let's go check out this windmill. Look at that. It looks like it has a straw thatched roof. That's super common up in that Northern Europe area, over by where Holland and the Netherlands and Denmark and some of those Scandinavian countries. We got a super pretty windmill. You want to check it out, Zane? Hey, Ari,
I found one!
You did? Where?
Right there!
Go down and show us.
It's right down here and it's right there. See this?
Oh my goodness, it's in the tree. Do you see what number and letter it is?
1. So it says do number G.
So it's the letter G and the number 1. Can you show the kids? Ari and Zane are in wooden shoes. They're actually called klumpen in Dutch, which is super fun. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but we got some fun wooden shoes. It's super fun in their culture over there. And historically, oh, it looks like they move.
Can you help me?
Can I help you? You want to move too? It's almost like you're in a big blue boat, huh? But it's actually a wooden shoe. You guys see a big blue wooden door in the back there?
Yeah.
Look at that.
You can go and slide too.
Yeah. Ooh, it's an open and closing door. Something like this is super common on the sides if you have like vines growing up the side. That's super fun. Kind of a random door. I wonder why they have a door there in the middle of a garden. That is just gorgeous. Ari, what do you think of all of those flowers right there?
Love it.
They're so pretty. What colors do you see?
Pink and yellow and red.
Oh, yeah.
Yellow and red.
You're right. It looks like these ones haven't fully come out yet. If you zoom in really close, you can actually see little water droplets all over these flowers. A lot of the times that's called dew, morning dew in the springtime. Looks like they've had the sprinklers come on, or maybe it just rained to be able to give these flowers that bright color and nourishment and hydration. Wait a second, what are those balls in the air?
I don't know.
I don't know, should we go see?
Yeah.
Let's go see. We're going on an adventure to not only find our wooden shoes, but look how fun that is.
We need to find the fish.
Yeah, we do need to find the fish too. That's so magical. We're on this little off-roading, off the beaten path over here. We got some big balls and some small balls. That is just magical, them blowing in the wind. We've got a bunch of different colors. How many colors can you see? You think you could name some of the colors? Do you see a pink one? Or a lime green one? That lime green one is huge. Or even a blue one. Looks like there's some in-between colors too. Like I would call this one like a light purple or like a washed out violet color. Holy smokes, they're so big.
Look, I see something. It's a duck. I think it was maybe eating that. It appears that is water.
Ari and Zane just found another duck. They look a little bit different, and this is actually a boy duck right here. And over on the other side is the girl duck. Look at that awesome person covered in flowers. Looks like her dress is all flowers. Kind of like Ari's outfit. Ari, tell us about your outfit.
It has some flowers on it.
Yeah?
That's all.
That's all. There's nothing more to it other than that. When we were getting ready to come to the gardens. Oh, you're right. When we were coming to the gardens to see the fish, Ari said, I want to wear my shirt with flowers and I want to wear my pants with flowers because we're going to a flower garden. I'm like, that just makes sense to me. Let's go feed the fish. On our way to go feed the fish, Ari actually found another wooden shoe. Which one was it, honey?
It was yours.
Should we go feed the fish?
Yeah.
Come here, you guys. It looks like, here, come here. You guys want me to put some in your hand?
Yeah.
Okay, open your
I
hand.
wonder what it looks like.
I do too.
What the? It looks like beef.
Yeah, you're right. They're like little pellets. Are they eating your food? Should we do some more?
Yeah.
So we wanted to be sure that we got these fish food that is specifically for the fish. We want to be sure that we're feeding the fish just what they need to be eating. So we're giving them the pellet. We don't want to be feeding them like our snacks that we brought. We don't want to be giving them any of that stuff because we don't want to mess with their digestive system or anything like that. Look at all those different colors. We have orange and yellow. Holy smokes, some of those orange fish almost look red. They're so vibrant. They've got black spots on them. I even see a white one over there too.
Yeah, I love the white one.
I know, those are so cool looking. Do you see those little babies?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I thought they were baby ducks at first, but if you see, there's actually 2 geese right there. So I would actually assume that those are baby geese. They're so cute.
Yeah, I know that is a pet.
People can sometimes have ducks and geese and maybe even baby chicks for a pet. That would be awesome. Should we go get a little bit of a closer look?
It's so
They
cute.
are so cute. And look, I see a little warthog statue right here. I don't call that actually a little warthog. That's actually a pretty big warthog with some birdies on it, huh? Oh, whoa! The geese are diving under the water. Oh, that's so fun. They're diving under the water, probably looking for little bugs or algae or something like that. That's so cool. Ari and Zane are playing on what looks like a painter's palette. Looks like there's a bunch of pots for different colors of flowers. See if they can fit and crawl in there. Ari and Zane, can you poke both of your heads out?
I bet these are the paints.
Yeah, you're right. Do you see what colors? What colors do you see in the different flower paint palettes?
I have no idea.
This is a purple. Zane, what color is this one, bud? He said blue. You got
It's
white
like-
down there
It's
and
like
yellow.
purple.
Yeah, it kind of reminds Ari of cornhole. That's valid. Ari's just learning to read, so we're reading more signs. So we're entering the rose garden.
What does this say in this one?
That's a good question. This says Vista Garden and Monet Pond. I think I pronounced that correctly. Should we keep going?
Yeah.
So we already found the fish. Let's see if we can make our way to the waterfall and see some more pretty flowers. Look how cool this is. Wait a second, Ari, what is that?
Find a shoe.
You did?
It's number 4.
Nice job. You found that all by yourself, sweetie.
Number D.
So it's the letter D and the number 4. That's right. Look how cool
I found it all
this is.
by myself.
You could call this like a gazebo, a pergola. What should we call this?
Maybe I'm a princess castle.
Maybe a princess castle. I like that thought. Should we run through it? There are so many benefits to being outside. It feels so fresh. Oh, it feels amazing to have the sun on your skin. We're getting vitamin D. Oh my goodness, this is just amazing.
I bet there's a shoe at the very end.
Maybe.
I like the letter D at the very beginning. Nope, I don't see it.
Zane's getting poked by all these thorns right here. There's so many pokies on rose bushes. So rose bushes are super pretty, But one thing we got to be super careful of is if you get close, you can see all of the thorns. Yes, exactly. So Zane was doing what Zane typically does and is exploring, which I love. But we got to be super careful around the rose bushes. And this is why this is called the rose garden, is because throughout all of this right here, we actually see the roses. Look at this. They're scaling and making their way all the way up and around and over. There's roses everywhere. Yep, Zane's pointing at some of those big thorns. Look at that.
I find a sign that says no go-karts.
Yeah, and Ari's reading over here. It says no golf carts. That's right. We've seen a couple of golf carts around here, huh?
Yeah.
Can you make a swing like you're golfing? Pretend like you're golfing. Nice. That's awesome. You look, I love that pretty water right there. That's awesome. That could maybe be like a reservoir or a pond.
Let's try and keep looking for shoes.
Yeah, I like that idea.
I found another shoe.
That's amazing, Ari. I didn't even see that. That's awesome. What number is that? And what letter?
It's the wrong way. 5 and has a letter E.
That's exactly right. So she's going on the number 5 and writing the letter E. Let's look at what we have so far. Oh, Zane! Oh, cool. Look, it fell right here, bud. Wanna pick it up? Zane found a little bug. I think that's what we would call a box elder bug. Can you hold it up so we can see? Is that a nice bug? Yeah, we're gonna find lots of bugs at a garden, huh?
Look what I find.
What'd you
I
find?
some tents.
Ooh, some tents. I wonder what's back there.
Let's look in there.
Yeah, we
And
could
see
go
if
look
we
in there.
can find some shoes.
Yeah, on our way over there, take a look at that. Is that a frog? A frog? Is that on our way to the tents? Let's run over and see that really quick. There's a frog that's covered in plants and moss and flowers. And also I see some other fish that are over there. That's called the koi pier. You can see there's a bunch of fish that are swimming around there. Since we already fed the fish, we're gonna go over by those tents like Ari said, see if we can find some more shoes, and then end at the waterfall. Ari and Zane are so strong, they're helping me push up the stroller up this hill.
So this one is Fragrance Garden and this one is Secret Garden. I bet we can maybe find some shoes. On our way, I think we see a watering can that has flowers. On our way, we saw the watering can and on our way, we also saw a golf cart and we also gotta watch out for golf carts. I see a watering can. Usually watering cans pour out water, but this one is pouring out flowers. It has all these different types of colors. Zane is learning his colors. Zane, what type of colors do you see? Purple and white and yellow. And there's also a great job. And do you know the last color? White. No, it's actually a different type of pink. So there's two pinks. It's a light pink and a dark pink. Do you know what those little red things are that are that dark? What's that? I have no idea what they are. But we'll just call them flower purple. Look, I found a mushroom. Let's go check it out. I see also a man that is wearing a flower hat. And also has a cute little door. And do you know what he's wearing? What type of flowers is outfit is he wearing? Green and purple. Yes, great job. And do you know what he's wearing with it? It's called a rake. And that's the mushroom where he lives in. But he is outside of it. So we cannot go in. Have you ever seen wooden shoes? I think we'll maybe find Snow White. actually has a well, and this is like a well, but inside there's some blocks. Zane is inside of the well, and he can also climb on here and jump into the well. There's not really real water, but she walks up, and her animal friends are like birds. They also, I think they have birds that, and then they also like to also have. Look at that helicopter. And also, Snow White actually looks into the well, and she sings a song. So bees actually get the nectar from flowers. They go to one flower to another flower to get some nectar to go into the honeycomb. And then also the queen bee is very huge. She stays in the beehive to protect herself.
It looks like Ari just found another pair of shoes.
And 7. Oh.
And it looks like baby Jax just woke up. You say hi to all the kids, buddy. Say hi. He's just learning to smile. Hi.
Yeah. He is so cute when he smiles.
He is. I've never seen this exhibit before. This is called the Tree of Life exhibit. It's brand new. Check it out. You can see that there is a big white tree all the way in the back, and it looks like there's a path for people to follow to get to that tree. And this is a symbolic story that's in the scriptures. And you can see we have a picture of Jesus right here. And there's a really pretty area. I feel like it's pretty close to where we are right now, but it has a bunch of pictures of Jesus and from his life. So regardless of what you believe, we can all be respectful of all different viewpoints and different perspectives. And I think, Ari, what did you say you just found?
I think I see some shoes.
You do? Oh, hey, there's that tent that we saw earlier. So there's that tent, and I think Ari just said she found some shoes. Where are they, Zane? Go run up and show us.
Look!
There it is. While Ari's writing down that shoe right here, look at this. So right here we have the Italian garden. If you just look straight up there, you can see that is an amazing view of some gorgeous waterfalls that all flow into each other. And then at the bottom, there's this huge pool. That's gorgeous.
Let's keep looking for more things. I wonder what this is. That was cute.
Are those some huge flowers and maybe even a big shoe? I can't quite tell from this far. What'd you guys find? Whoa, look at this. Ari, what is it?
It's a yellow flower.
Yeah, we got a bunch of big, huge
like
flowers. It
Tinkerbell.
looks like a chair.
It's like Tinkerbell.
It kind of reminds Ari of Tinkerbell. Looks like they're made out of wood. That's really cool. We got all the petals right here. It looks like this.
Zane is probably
that's
gonna
so
sit on
interesting.
my
Look
lap.
at the back. I was just curious how it was made. It looks like this is one piece of wood. This right here is another piece. What do you see, Zane? Oh, you guys are so cute. Should we take your picture?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, cheese. Look at this. We're walking through some sort of a vine tunnel. Whoa.
There's some doors.
Yeah, there's some little doors. Want to see if you can come out this one over here? Oh, don't shut it. I don't want to get stuck in the tunnel. Whoa, where's it going to come out?
I have no idea.
That was really cool. It actually wasn't very green in there. Why do you guys think that there wasn't a lot of living plants inside of there?
Is it because it was vines?
No, not because of its
Because it was
vines.
branch?
Yeah, because they're kind of branches, but do plants need sunlight in order to grow?
Plants, yeah.
They do. Plants need sunlight in order to grow, so you're probably not going to get a lot of things to grow from there, huh? Ari, why don't you look around? Do you see something? I bet there might be a shoe around here.
Where? Mom!
You found it. Good job.
Here's another one, Rocky. 8. And there's the letter F.
Nice job. And there's a sign for the waterfall saying it's this way.
Look, it's Jesus.
You're right. Do you know what he's doing in this statue?
Walking on water.
You're exactly right. That is such a famous story from the Bible where Jesus is walking on the water. There's a ton of different Jesus statues here at Ashton Gardens at Thanksgiving Point. I know we're at the Tulip Festival, but this is called Ashton Gardens, generally speaking. So I think the waterfall is this way, you guys. Should we race? On your mark, get set, go! I'm gonna let them race. It's a little bumpy for Jax.
Number 9.
Okay, let's go to the waterfall. We just took a little water break and we see the sign right there for the waterfall that is in this direction. So we're going the right way. So let's see where this path takes us.
That will find a shoe in our way.
Yeah, I bet we will. See, they're hiding in secret places.
I found another shoe!
Oh, you're right.
It says number D.
Letter D,
Letter
12. Ari and Zane, I think we made it! Look at that!
Yeah, we can also play games.
Come on, let's go run down to it.
Let's play games.
Looks like there's a bounce house, there's a Gaga ball pit
Take
ring,
left.
there's a bunch of yard games and fun activities. We're gonna try to recreate the funnest video ever. When Ari was just a couple of weeks old, she landed this ring toss. Her daddy was holding her. Ooh, that was close. Is she gonna get it? There is a circle ring, and we're trying to get it on those hooks right there. What made Ari's video with her dad when she was just a couple of weeks old making that ring toss is because it's even hard for adults to make this ring toss. We made it to the waterfall. Can you even handle how beautiful this is? Oh my goodness. The water is falling from up high and it's going into that water right there, which aerates the water. And that helps the fish actually breathe the oxygen from the water, which is amazing. If you think about like the ocean, how there's the huge waves, that's actually aerating the water in the ocean. Look how many waterfalls there are. Let's count them. Let's start over here. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, deep under there, 6, and 7. Wow! See, that's a little baby goose right there. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's the big one. Is that probably the mommy? Yeah. Oh man, earlier in this video, we saw some really tiny geese. And this one right here, you can see it's actually eating.
Over this side.
Wow.
Can we keep looking for shoes?
Yeah, we can. Look, it looks like there's a path that leads up there. I see a bridge. You see those people all the way up there? Should we go up there too? Okay, let's do it together. Come on. It's taking a lot of energy to push this stroller all the way uphill. If you think about it, when we're walking on a flat surface, that's pretty easy because there's not a lot of resistance. But this is a really steep incline, which is adding resistance. And we're getting some more exercise in, huh? That's the bridge that we were just looking at. Do you hear that running water? That is so beautiful. It sounds so refreshing. Look at that. It's coming up high. It looks like going all the way down, following this rock path that goes all the way into that waterfall. This is absolutely gorgeous up here. To hear the sounds, it feels really good to get outside. So why don't, after you watch this video, you and your family go play outside. Remember that bounce house? We were just right there. We went all the way up this hill to get to this path right here. We're gonna go under this rock arch right here. I think you've noticed a lot of families out here today. It's such a beautiful day, and getting outside with your family feels so nice. Everything feels better when you're outside, even if it's warm or cold. Whoa, look at that hole up there. Wow. It looks like there previously could be water coming down and going under here, but it looks like it's all dried up right now. And look, you can see on the other side, there's some holes right there that peek out over the waterfall. Yeah, it does look just like a slide, Zane says. Look, I think I see a moose right there. It's actually a statue, so it's not a real moose, but throughout Ashton Gardens, they have a bunch of really pretty statues, and I cannot even believe how incredible it smells. It smells absolutely incredible. You can see those beautiful lavender flowers. We're listening to the sounds of the running water. You can just taste it in the air. We're using all of our senses. We're seeing, hearing, smelling. We can taste it in the air. And also we're probably not gonna touch the flowers, but being able to touch all the rocks, Zane is really good at that right here. These are what we call aspen trees. What's something that's super amazing about aspen trees is that their roots are actually most likely all connected, all underneath the ground, and then they shoot up. So there's a huge family of trees. Something also that's really, really cool is, you guys see this little, we'll talk about this knot right here. As this tree grows, do you think that this knot will stay in place, or do you think it'll grow taller and taller and taller?
Taller and taller.
Actually, it's gonna stay in that same place, and it's gonna grow from the very top. So that's gonna actually just stay there. Isn't that pretty cool? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it also gets wider and wider as it gets bigger, huh? Coming up right here, do you guys see any animals that are covered in flowers? How fun! That's right. So Zane said they're sheeps, and I'm actually gonna take it to another level. So we're seeing 3 sheep right now, and it's so interesting. People might think multiple, like lots of different numbers, like 3 sheeps. It's actually not sheeps, it's just 3 sheep. If there's 1 sheep, it's just sheep. And if there's lots of sheep, it's still just sheep. It's kind of silly, huh? Should we go through the butterfly arch, you guys? Yeah?
Arch.
This is a butterfly arch right here. Ari just said, what's the butterfly arch? Ari asked if these are real plants. What do you think? Are they real?
No.
No, this is just pretend. It's plastic, but they sure are pretty. It looks like we are all the way back where we actually started. Zane's pointing and said, look, there's another shoe, but is this a new shoe? Or have we been here before? We've been here. Hey, Ari, let's look at your sheet right here. So that's number 15. So that was the first one that we found. Let's see, we found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shoes, and there were 15 total. So we didn't find 5 of them, but you know, that's okay. This garden is absolutely massive, as you can see. What do you guys think that this says? So, garden, let's see. I think it might say yeah, Garden of Wonders is I bet what it would have said had we finished it all, huh? Well, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for joining us at Kid Hub Fit, where we make food and fitness fun for kids. I'm Shayla, this is Ari, Zane, and sleeping baby Jackson. We'll see you next time.